Hi everyone, how are we doing? It's Stuart here, and last month I did a review on the Airwalk Brock skate shoes, and so it's time for the 1 month update. So this is going to be a quick video that's going to give an overview of how the skate shoes have held up and how much wear they've got on different areas of the shoe. Now, in terms of how much I used this shoe, I think I've pretty much used it in every skate session I've had this month, bar say one. And I skate usually 3 to 4 times a week, so that's quite a few sessions, and I usually skate for around 2 or 3 hours at a time. Sometimes I'll go out for full days, 6-7 hours at weekends. So they've had a fair bit of use, and maybe a little bit more use than the average skater would normally do. But on the flip side, I don't do as many flip tricks. Now I have been working on kick flips and ollies and stuff like that, but a lot of my skating style is freestyle or creative stuff, so different parts of the shoe get used. So just do bear that in mind, and let's get into it. This is how they look, and they don't look pretty, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty of what was good about them. And I'm still going to use them, but what was good about them and what I think you should probably do if you're going to buy a pair fresh from the shop. So as you can no doubt see, the big one is definitely this seam and this seam here on the top side of the shoe. And I do a lot of Caspers and Casper kind of variations. I like to work on my Caspers quite a lot every session. That's pretty much why these have been pretty much torn to bits there. Something I also want to mention is that I haven't put any shoe glue on any of the seams, and I haven't done any upholstering for these shoes. I wanted to buy them fresh from the shop and skate them as they come, without any insoles, without any, like I said, shoe glue, or without custom laces and stuff. This is just how they fared straight from the shop. And now I'm on to move on to the quality of the laces, because I was actually surprised. I thought they would snap within 4 or 5 sessions and I would have to replace them, but they've fared pretty well, considering the amount of Caspers that I've been doing. And I wanted to do a lot of Caspers because I wanted to test the durability of the top of the shoe. And as you can see, it's been torn up pretty well here and here, but the laces have held out. I mean, there's a little bit of flaying, but the laces have held out pretty well, considering they're stock laces. Moving on to the kind of toe area here, the first thing I began to notice before these decided to split was that these toe sections started to concave and kind of fit the shape of my foot after I broke them in, which was actually, it doesn't look very good here if you're going for style, but it feels great when you're skating. So I'll do a quick section on the seams here, because the seams have held out pretty well considering I didn't shoe glue them. You've got a little bit of tear here, you've got a little bit inside tear here, but around the backs, I mean, you're pretty much sorted. There's no wear and tear around here. And on my, so this is my leading shoe, because I'm regular. So this is my popping foot. And again, the seams are pretty well intact for a month of solid skating, 3 to 4 times a week. I want to move on to a big one for me, and that's the soles of the shoes. So in every pair of skate shoes, the first thing that goes for me is definitely the soles, and that's usually why I have to replace the shoes that I have. Because I do a lot of footwork and freestyle stuff, there's a lot of swiping and a lot of scraping of the bottom of the shoe against the grip tape, which is why it gets all torn up like this. I was surprised that these didn't go first. I was surprised that this kind of stuff started to happen before this kind of stuff. And this has only happened in the past week or so, the past 2 skate sessions. And as you can see, it's just the rubber here. The actual insole here is fine. So there's scope there to repair that and make sure that doesn't happen. There's preemptive things you can do yourself to make sure that this doesn't, impact your skating too much. I'll probably be able to skate these for another 2-3 months solid, 2 or 3 times a week, before I'll have to consider replacing them, which is actually really good in terms of my skate shoe history. But again, one thing to take into consideration is this is my leading foot, and this is the foot that does a lot of the positioning for ollies and kick flips and freestyle tricks and stuff, so this one moves a lot more than this one. This leads me to like the inside of the shoe. Like the insoles, they're still as comfy as when they were first bought. The padding around the ankle area and the top of the tongue area has been excellent, and it's still excellent. There's not much wear or tear at all. It's like they're brand new on the inside here, and there's no holes. Like I said, even though we've got holes on the bottom here, that hasn't like come through to the insole yet. The insoles are pretty thick, but they allow for board feel, which is awesome. This next bit is more for freestylers, because you know you don't really use this section of the shoe as a street skater. So when I'm doing pogos or scissor jumps, this rubs up and down against the grip tape quite a lot, and so I'm surprised that this hasn't fallen apart, to be quite honest with you, because I like I said, I've been putting these shoes through the paces, and I've been doing more of these kinds of tricks and varied tricks to see how the shoe fares against these kinds of tricks, and the longevity of the shoe standing up to that kind of punishment. And it's fared pretty well, because I've put these shoes through the ringer. Like I've tried to destroy them as much as possible without wasting money or anything like that, and they've done very, very well in comparison to, say, some Vans shoes that I've had in the past. So overall, I'm fairly satisfied with the shoe. Bear in mind that the wear and tear that you're seeing, again, is without any shoe glue, without any Gorilla Glue, or pastes, or any of that kind of mumbo jumbo that people use to kind of make their shoes last longer. This is just the stock shoe. And so, like I said, I've been skating 3-4 times a week. I'd say 15 to 20 hours a week probably has gone into skating, including the weekends, because on the weekends I like to skate like all day if I can. So like take that into consideration, that I do skate quite regularly, and so that kind of wear and tear on the stock shoe will probably happen for you around the 2-month mark rather than the 1-month mark. But again, that's without any shoe glue and all these kind of accessories that you can use to make your shoe last longer. And so that was my quick review on the Airwalk Brock skate shoes, a little update 1 month in to see how they're doing. If you like this video, be sure to, well, like it, drop a comment and let me know what skate shoes you're using right now, and your go-to skate shoe, because I'm interested to see going forward what my next skate shoe is going to be. I'm open to all kinds of possibilities. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Trying to hit 500 by December, and it's looking like we're going to get there. Super hyped to reach that with y'all. And yeah, have a nice day.